So yes, we may get Chaos Demon interruptions.
To be expected. I got completely distracted because Ghosty sent me epic musical animatic playlist thing. And I finally started watching it. And I was watching it and playing Stardew Valley, but listening to it and watching it mostly. Anyway, completely like I looked at the clock and it was 8:10, and then I looked at the clock and it was 8:30, and I was like, that was 2 minutes.
That's been me this week, except with Minecraft.
Yeah, that's relatable.
I've needed it. I've needed just something that was so rhythmic and like just because I downloaded the mod Reclamation. I don't know if you know that one.
Yeah, I think you were telling me about it a few days ago.
Yeah,
I have not played
an expert. It's considered an expert level. Now, bear in mind, I've played Minecraft for maybe 2-3 hours before I started this mod. Because that's how I roll when it comes to these styles games. But the kids wanted the Sonic mod, and they wanted Morgan wanted a dragon mod where she is the dragon. She's seen it on the Milo and Chip videos. So I taught myself how to download the emulators and the mod packs and everything for Linux. And I've installed them. And whilst I was doing that, I saw this one crop up, and I went, actually, that sounds like something I would enjoy. So the premise is you wake up in a dead world. There's nothing. The world is dead. It's completely awed out, completely like mined out. And you literally can gather dead wood and copper. That's it. And not copper ore. It's literally just leftover copper from like people's buildings and things. And then you've got to bring the world back to life. You've got to gather seeds. You've got to try to grow things. You've got to crossbreed things. It's all that real slow gaming. And being an old wower that I am, I went, yes, please.
We love an extra challenge.
So, yeah, well, I decided to be cheeky and record it. Like screen record through OBS because I'm thinking, well, I can just chuck it up as like because you know how some people do the slow gaming channels where they just like put up an hour at a time of their games, because there's literally just hours of me mining out half a hill because I'm making a compound that's big enough for me to farm in without having monsters come in. There's just one little problem. At about 2:00 today, a pair of ravaged villagers got into my fucking compound and killed me. and my bed's there, and it's exposed because I'm being tearing everything down. So I didn't have an actual like building. So when I respawned, I had to run around and like dig myself into the ground, and I'm now hiding in the ground and watching the map and watching these two pillagers just sort of cycle around and do nothing in one corner of my compound, and I don't know what to do. And David's like, oh, can you run for your gear? Because it's got the mod in it where you get a gravestone and you like shoot your gravestone and you get all your stuff back.
Yeah.
But the gravestone is, they'll see me. So the minute I go and start trying to get my stuff, they'll start hitting me with crossbow bolts again. And I'm like, I don't know if I should just give up on this game and start a new world, because it's almost like hardcore end, really. I can't do anything.
Yeah, pillagers are gnarly. I think they despawn after a while.
I'll have to do some research on it.
If your stuff is in a gravestone,
it's safe. Yeah, it's safe. And I even died. Bear in mind, this is an easy mode game, and I'm still dying nearly like every gameplay because it's a hard
it does not fuck around.
And this one is like, you're reading the intro to it as saying this is considered like a hard game. This is considered like and I'm like, I didn't even know how to create a bloody pickaxe when I first started this mod.
Yeah.
You're even playing a game that's considered expert level. I don't care. just intrigued because there's a whole like aspect of farming involved, bee farming. So like you've got to go collect beehives from around the wasteland and then bring them in and breed them and crossbreed them to get different types of bees. It's called the Difficult Bees mod or something. And it really just struck my fancy. But I'm just like, oh God, what do I do? Like, so you reckon pillagers do despawn after a while? Okay, I will have to research that because otherwise I have to start again. Because I got no idea how to get out of this situation.
Yeah, when they've got crossbows, it's a bit harder.
I mean, if they were just got swords, I could have run over, grabbed my gear, and ran away again. Give myself a chance to get myself sorted. But no, they're crossbows. Yeah.
If they don't have ranged weapons, you can just pillar up 2 blocks and get out of their range.
Yeah, and I thought what it is I'd actually in one corner of my compound, I built a ladder, and I had been meaning to go back and remove the ladder because I've been working inside the compound for hours. And I was like, oh, I'll worry about it later. I'm not too worried about it. The pillagers turn up, but they sort of spawn over in that direction. It won't be a problem. But no, somehow they managed to get over the ladder. I don't know how they did it.
Yeah.
I knew it was a weak point. And I was like, oh, but it's just easy to have it there. And I don't have to worry about it because the only door you can make at the level I'm at is this flimsy fucking thing that every time you go to open it, the damn thing breaks. The amount of times I've hit it by accident and the thing's broken apart.
There is a trick you can do. I know it works on zombies. I don't know if it works on pillagers.
Are you talking about like doing like the pebble pathway or something?
No. If you place a door, so when you place a door, it's closed, right?
Yeah.
So if you place it so that it is against the wall instead of in front of the doorway, that'll be its closed state, and then you open it to close it.
Oh, okay.
Or something. But basically, zombies will try and break down the door, but if the door, if the game code says that the state that the door is in is open, then they won't try and break it down, but they also can't get through it.
Clever. So it's a hack against the code. Yeah, against zombies specifically.
So if you place it in the if when you place it, it is open.
Yeah.
As like in relation to where you want it to be, and then you click it to close it, that'll make it so that they can't break the door down. Because otherwise, I think iron doors are the only ones that you can stop them.
Well,
I know they can break down wooden doors. Yeah.
So there's a couple of there's abandoned houses floating around in this wasteland, and they most of them have a little hidden bunker underneath them. And the bunker, obviously, to get to it has a ladder. So I've been collecting the ladders, and I've just been using the ladder pieces. Like I've got a three-high wall around my compound to stop everything. And I just had this ladder on one corner, and I didn't realize pillagers could get over it. Mark told me pillagers can get over it. I went, oh shit, okay, I'll go fix that. I'll get rid of the ladder until I'm, done what I need to do, and I'll figure out a solution, something. And I just haven't done it yet. Because I ran out of wood, and I had to go on a 5-day trek through the North Wasteland getting wood. Have you frozen, or is it me?
I think it's me. I can see buffering.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my connection is a bit iffy.
So, the other thing I've done this week is I completely cracked the SADs with Windows and converted my computer. I couldn't. It was probably a good thing we didn't do a live last Saturday.
We're back.
Yeah, it was probably a good thing we didn't do a live last Saturday, because I don't think my camera was actually working with my system yet.
Yeah, that's fair. that would make it difficult.
And if you don't because I plug my Bluetooth. Usually, I'm using these, but yes, dead. If I didn't use these with Windows, the Bluetooth would just stay active. If you plug these in and don't have audio going through them on the Linux, it shuts them down to save battery power. So all last week, because I always pause. I pause my shit constantly because I'm looking after the kids. So I'll pause it and go out there, and I'll just leave it in my ear and talk to the kids or do what I need to do, and then I'll press play again or whatever. And it kept dropping. Oh, last Sunday. So I've got to figure that out. Look, hey, it's good. It saves battery. But yeah, little did I know that my battery pack was sitting upside down in my bag since Friday afternoon. So yeah, they got no go.
Oh dear.
And the charger is currently being used to actually have my camera work. So they're not getting charged tonight. But
That's
yeah,
sad.
so it's been an adventure. The only program I cannot get running, and Missy Moo should be asleep.
Mama. Can you help Ma to get rid of the piece on the helicopter pad? Because he needs to snap it on the other one.
Well, tell him to bring it in here.
Okay.
They're playing Lego. I mean,
I've been dice goblining.
Don't you love? Yeah. What possessed you to go dice purchasing?
Well, I had one set and then I realized I don't have 2 D20s to roll at advantage or disadvantage, even though I know you can roll it twice, but memory of a goldfish, I like to be able to see both numbers at once.
No.
So I went and got
No, Mummy is
another
busy.
pretty set.
What's it fixed? He has to bring it in here. Sorry. They should have been asleep over an hour ago, and they're refusing to sleep. So I said, fine, you can play Lego in the lounge room, but I don't want to hear any arguments or any fighting.
So this is the first that I got because they're pretty and they're like $5 from EB Games for me.
What do you want off?
Oh, God. I want these two.
Ah.
Well, not that one.
There you go.
These two.
Oh, that's just
Alrighty. Hi, Ghosty. Renee fell into a Minecraft rabbit hole.
So bad. Those two? Yep, there you go.
This is my first set, which is the bisexual colours. Very pretty. And then I was like, I am building a tiefling wizard character for a game that we're starting. Yeah, Discord group. And so I was like, I'll get some fiery ones. So now I have 2 D20s so I can do advantage and disadvantage rolls. And I'm also building a wizard character, so I was like, well, I need some more D6s.
Oh yeah, you need the D6s.
And safe to say I now have plenty. So I am still, the character build is still level 1, but you best believe I'm getting Fireball when we get to level 3, and everyone is terrified by that prospect.
Okay. What you also need to do, look up what modifiers work for Fireball. So, what gives you extras, what gives you, doubles your stats or gives you extra pluses or whatever, and just work towards it. So when you do get Fireball, and it's like, oh, she's only level 3, it's not going to be a huge amount, you just pull out 5 dice.
Well, a Fireball by itself is 8d6. And it's a dex save.
Okay, it used to be level based. So they've changed that because it used to be used to do a D6 per level.
It does no, so it's a level 3 spell. The base spell is 8d6. But if you cast it at a higher level, you add a d6 for each level. Yeah. It's a dexterity saving throw. A successful save means you take half damage. An unsuccessful save means you take full damage. My level 1 spell DC is 14. So that means if I fireball someone once I'm level 3, I think the DC goes up with each level, right?
It does. Well, it used to.
That means by the time I'm level 3, my DC will be at least 16, I think. If it's 14 at level 1, 15 at level 2, 16 at level 3, maybe.
I used to love playing like
do deck save, and I have fire resistance because I'm a tiefling.
Yeah.
So even if I hit myself, I'm not gonna take. I'm gonna take half damage.
There's this guy that crops up occasionally in my feed. So there's the videos of him talking, like he's obviously like plays D&D or whatever, and he's just pissing himself laughing over silly things people do in D&D campaigns. But there's also these little songs and clips, and they're usually wizards doing silly things like in a wizard duel to each other, like, you know, wriggly toes, and you just see the wizard's little crumbly toes wiggling around or whatever. But there's one very clear one, which I think every person who's ever played D&D with a wizard in the party understands and knows. And it's like, I'm going to cast fireball. He casts it in a hallway. He casts it in a hallway with all the party close around him. And it's like, we've all been there. You want to know another good one?
I have watched the One for All series where there is a tiefling who casts fireball all the time, and it's so funny.
Do they still have the pyromancer prestige class?
I don't know.
Because that was fun. And when you get up to high levels, wall of fire, because there is nothing in the wall of fire, because it just says it can be a certain cubic meter by cubic meter or cubic square by cubic square or whatever. I used to cast it flat. Nice and wide and flat. Literally at head height for armies.
Oh, that's devious. I am going to steal that. Fun.
Yeah, and I am of the belief. My DM used to let us be very inventive, particularly with spells, because spells can get pretty boring if you just like follow strictly as so there's the rules as they're written. There's the rules that people understand based on the movies and the books and the stuff they've read. And then there's people like my old D&D group where we used to come up with fun ideas like casting create water inside someone's lungs.
Yeah.
And
there's
and I do believe, like, from memory, we had a cleric like literally punch. He punched like a lich or something with his holy symbol in his hand and left his holy symbol in the. I think it was a lich. Was it a lich or was it something else? Might have been a right, but left the holy symbol in the body. So it just kept doing minor damage to this thing all the time. We've had so much fun.
I like the one which is
simply for the fact that if we run headlong into danger, my paladin can go, "Bless it, we pale is a fucking."
I like the one I can't remember what spell it is, but it lets you control the temperature within a specific space.
That's good. That's good for turning people into
temperature on the inside of an enemy's body and just raise their body temperature by a certain amount of degrees, and they just instant die.
It's also extremely good for creating saunas.
Not bad. Okay, so
as I said, we used to do random shit. It's called drinking far too much when you're playing. And not eating, because our DM used to love him to death, but our DM used to start a roast when we started playing at like 5 o'clock in the afternoon or 6, whenever we all got home from work. So we would be drinking, thinking we're going to have a nice solid roast, you know. So we'd have a couple of wines or a couple of beers, whatever was our poison of choice. It would hit 2 o'clock and the roast was still in the fucking oven, wasn't it? So we were like,
See, for a level 3 spell to be able to do 33 damage, this is just a random roll that I just did. 33 damage on an area
based,
of
we don't
effect of
forget.
20 feet. So 33 damage on multiple targets. Like, obviously, it's got the risk factors because it can hit you. That's why it's dangerous.
Yeah.
But, like, that's a
and
fucking gnarly spell.
And since
Also-
Cure Wounds is touch-based, my paladin will have Oath of the Storm. She's just a human defibrillator.
Nice. Like,
Tank
you
with a
need a heart
defibrillator
restart?
attached. Yeah. And also too, don't forget, it's a fireball. It can be thrown, which also means a trapdoor.
It's got a range of
shut the
120
door.
feet.
Yeah, but you can toss it down trapdoors or staircases ahead of you.
The only limitation is spell slots at this point.
Yeah. And imagination. Because there's some fun things you can do with that shit. And when you get to... Can you still imbue objects with spells?
I am unfamiliar because I've never played before.
Imbue objects. So, okay. It used to be like... Okay, the acceptable
I know you can make, like,
option...
spell glyphs and stuff.
Yeah. The traditional option is, like, you would have, like, an amulet that you imbue with, like, four slots of fireball, right? So you don't have to cast fireball, you just use your object. The fun thing...
Oh, yeah, like enchanted object.
Enchanted object. But sort of more temporary stuff. But the fun one is going, here's an apple, don't eat it, to the halfling, throw it into the middle of the bad guy. Or stone, because, you know, the old classic halflings with a slingshot.
Oh, yeah.
Now, but the fun thing I used to like doing was just doing the unexpected. So having a wizard who's really good wizard, but giving them one kick-ass constitution stat, or having them know swords or something, like just something completely random, so that, you know, like you'd be in like a classic fight, the assumption's there, you know, wizards stand back and they're just like, nope, sword and shield, let's go.
It's I'm level 1. Let me pull up my character sheet. Because I'm level 1, but because of background and race trait, I've just hoarded so many cantrips. Because, like, the wizard roll or whatever it is called. Forget what they're called. Only
character class. I don't know what they're called now.
Cantrip. Class. That's the word I was trying to think of. Wizard class gives you 3 cantrips, right? 3 cantrips and 6 spells in your spellbook at level 1.
In a minute. Okay. He's asking for some words and G's.
Yeah, that's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So level 1, I have 7 cantrips already.
That is not bad.
3 from wizard.
What, baby?
2 from race. 2 from background.
After my special, I want to have sense of voice.
Okay, I've got to go get these 2 darlings some Savoys and G's. I shall return.
You go for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I also get 7 spells as well. So I've got 7 cantrips and 7 spells. Because I get an extra spell from Sage background. Pretty dice. Let's do more dice roll. honestly, I don't really need this many D6s, but they're so pretty and tiny and satisfying. Because this is like 36. Ooh, edible dice, crunch, crunch. Someone needs to make a, like, snack dice. Someone needs to make snack dice that are, like, made out of sugar. Like hard rock candy. That might be a bit tricky to get them actually rollable though, because the dice need to be like able to consistently have even shape. Anyway, I have my my Caleb dice and my Essex dice. Not official. There are official Caleb and Essex dice, but they're pricey, and I don't have spare cash at the moment because I'm trying to nail down an apartment. But I've got my first set is all like purple and bisexual and pretty, and then the second set is all fiery and smoky and also pretty. They do look very tasty, don't they, Yossi? Like, you do just want to eat that. Which, considering these two sets were like $5 sets, and you get all of the base ones, so you get D4, 6, 8, D10 and percentile die, and D12 and D20. $5 ain't bad.
Where'd you get them from?
They're just like the basic sets from EB Games.
EB? Oh yeah.
Yeah. The big box of like 36 D6s was $15. And they have
the days when playing D&D counted you as a nerd, and you had to go to these little places called Gamers World and.
I mean, EB Games is kind of that, but it is fairly mainstream.
Not anymore. It used to be. It used to be. Well, see, because they got very popular on the console games.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there was nothing quite like those dingy little shops where you had to like squeeze in and hopefully not knock anything over. You know, squeeze past the board games and the jigsaw puzzles to find the books just hidden in the corner in the back of the. Oh dear.
That's so pretty.
Do you know the worst thing about these two still being up is they're going to be up at 6:30.
Yep.
They just can't sleep. No wonder I'm always so goddamn tired, because I finally get them to sleep, and then I have staying up. What do they call it? Bedtime revenge or something, where you stay up because it's the first time no one has any demands on you.
Yeah, something revenge procrastination.
Yeah. Yes. But,
they look so tasty.
That's a good set. Yeah, it's nice colours.
Yeah.
So the only thing I have not been able to get working so far on Linux is DaVinci. So ironically, DaVinci has a Linux build, but it keeps asking for old versions of files, and it won't. And I've done all the workarounds. I get it working, and then I open a file, and I'm trying to figure out the right file format because the Linux one has really restrictive file formats. And I close out of it, and then it won't let me back into the project. So there's a problem in the tree somewhere. So instead, I've gone back to a ye old favourite. Tell me if you heard of this one, OpenShot. I used to use OpenShot in the early 2000s. It's available on all 3 platforms. But I'm just looking at it now because I was just installing it before we went live. And I'm like, it effectively is like the simple version of DaVinci. It's just got the basic format with the tracks at the bottom, and it's got, yeah. So I'm like, well, you know what? If it works, I don't have to worry about DaVinci. So, yeah, no, I've been having fun. But yes, I did get very sidetracked mining. That's what I've got to look up. I've got to look up if...
it's easy done.
Are they pillagers or ravagers? What are they called? Pillagers.
So the ravagers are the big ones that they ride on. It's probably just pillagers if they're just there with a crossbow.
Now, it's just 2 of them. One of them's holding the banner, and they've both got crossbows.
Yeah. That'll be pillagers. You know what else I just realized? Because I've got 2 sets now and they're different colors, I have the 2d12s that I would need to play Daggerheart as well. Because that's the new game system that Critical Role developed, where instead of rolling a d20, you roll 2d12s, 1 hope and 1 fear, and then if you get double numbers on any number, it's a critical success. And then if you succeed with the hope die higher, you succeed with hope and you get a hope token. If you succeed with the fear die higher, the DM gets a fear and they can trade that in for NPC actions, and you can trade your hope tokens in for actions and stuff. And I have been wanting to try and play some Daggerheart at some point, so ta-da! Oh yeah, I was going over the spell list before you got sidetracked. Level 1 character, 7 cantrips and 7 spells already.
Well, according to the fucking search AI, because no matter how many times I turn the fucking thing off, Google keeps turning it back on. Oh, let's go down until we find an actual answer. Oh my god! Oh my god! Check this out. Okay. The Google overview's at the top there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So generally speaking, I can scroll down. There's a Reddit question, and then you'll get like a series of what people ask for in Google search, right?
Yep.
The top one, do pillagers eventually despawn? It goes back to the AI overview.
I'm fairly sure if they're not tracking
answer.
You, if they're not tracking you, I'm fairly sure they do. They do eventually despawn.
I mean, I'm just completely distracted now by how. I don't want AI. I have turned AI off this phone multiple times.
Yep.
Do you hear
also
the
Ghosty.
CEOs begging people to use it at the moment?
Oh yeah,
Begging people to use it.
it is hilariously pathetic. Ghosty, we're gonna have a cleric as well, so you won't be the only healer. I'm pretty sure Fluffernutter is gonna play a cleric. And yes, I'm referring to him as Fluffernutter now because that's in my head.
Also, too, paladins are pretty shit healers. I'll be honest, or at least they were when I played. They were. They're good backups. They're good backups,
but
they're tanks. They're tanks. You know, that's what they're there for. They're there to be a tank. Or used to be.
It would be really cool if we had a grave cleric. Just because I really like I know they're more helpful when you are completely unconscious. But I feel like that may end up being me quite a lot because I am a very squishy boy. Although I did coincidentally roll max HP both times that I have remade the character sheet. So
yeah, Emma's hubs is
I'll
the
take
reason with less healing spells and more. Yeah, because
yeah,
the paladin skill set. Okay, from memory, I'm talking. It's been quite a few years since I played.
paladins are like divine smite and shit.
It's been almost as long as Leroy Jenkins has existed. 21 years. I went, you know what? That tracks. 21 years of the Leroy Jenkins meme. I was there. I was not on the server. I was on Blackrock server. I think it was Skull something server Leroy was on. But I was there playing the game when people started screaming Leroy Jenkins and running into things. Oh, that was great. But about that time was when I stopped playing. So I'm a bit out of date with my info. But usually paladins have really good buffs for teams, keep smite and blessing and all that sort of shit. But, okay. So that's installed. I love my children. I love my children. I love my children.
Using the True Strike cantrip because they've I won't say fixed it in the 2024 rules because the old version of the spell was practically useless. Like it didn't take effect until the next turn, so it was like no one would use it. And they've changed it now, so it basically allows casters to use their spell attack in place of a weapon attack, using the weapon as a material component to do I think it's like a conjured weapon with the same attack stat as the weapon that you use as the material component. So I'm using a dagger. I think it conjures like a magic dagger that does the attack, and then you attack using your spell modifier instead of your strength or dex, which is great because my spell attack is +6, whereas my other ones are not. My dex I think is +2, and my strength, depending on what I go with, is either +1 or -1. But so that means I can like attack with, if I use True Strike, attack with a +6, and then roll the same as like a dagger attack. And you can also add to it if you use it. Let me see. Attack a spellcasting ability for the attack and damage rolls instead of using strength or dexterity. If the attack deals damage, it can be radiant damage or the weapon's normal damage type of your choice. I think there's like an extra thing where it starts to do, like at higher level, it starts to do radiant damage regardless, and you roll an extra. So like for dagger, it's only a d4 +1. So it would be 3 + 1, so 4 damage, but it can be radiant damage. And it just, there's some really cool ways that you can use it now, which is cool.
I think open shot's going to work.
Ooh.
So, I've been screen recording my entire Minecraft game. So I'm really considering starting the second channel and just putting up like slow gaming videos.
Yeah, just do like the ASMR, no talking.
Just notes. Yeah, no commentary, just
play.
Yeah, just long play, and there's no music in the background, so it's literally just the sound of you walking around or the monsters or
just game sound.
You know, it's just the ambient sounds. So there are long periods where it's a bit quiet, but I mean that's the whole point of it, you know. So I just got to work out how to put titles on this one. Can I cut? Yes, I can cut. That's all I've got to do is cut out all the very long times I've had to hit escape and walk away from the keyboard to deal with stuff for the kids.
Okay, I found the details. So True Strike, once, whether you choose radiant damage or normal damage, once you reach level 5, the cantrip gets an upgrade. So you add an additional d6 in radiant damage to your attack roll, and then the weapon damage can be radiant or normal. Which, so basically, like once you hit level 5, it would be for a dagger attack, roll a d4 +1, and then roll an extra d6 for radiant damage. So that would be, I just rolled a 4 and a 6. So 5 damage and 6 radiant damage. 5 piercing, I think, is if it's thrown.
Well, that would take out a first or second level character pretty efficiently.
Yeah, it would do a nice little bit of damage. They used it, so one of the characters in campaign 4 has this cantrip and used it in such a cool fucking like stealth attack way. They were in the sewers and they were trying to rescue this kid wizard, like grad student. And they had two like pretty, they were a level 3 party. I think there was 4 of them, and they were up against like about half a dozen crow keepers, which were all like rogues, around the same level as them, I think. And then there was like the guy leading the rogues, and then this sludge monster in the sewers that they were working with or something. And Murray basically used True Strike to pick up, I think maybe it does use the dagger. The way that she did it was really cool because she used it to like throw a dagger that was in the room sitting on the table at one of them, so it looked like the other one had thrown it to make them start fighting each other because they didn't know that the party was there yet.
So a levitation or a no, what is it called? Not levitation. It's when you can manipulate a small object. There's a specific.
Yeah, there's telekinesis is one way of doing it, or mage hand.
That's the spell.
But I think I'm gonna have to go rewatch the fight because I can't remember whether she used mage hand to pick it up, so that then she technically had it to cast True Strike and use it to throw it.
Yeah. Mage hands act as your own.
But it basically flips the entire fight before the fight started even. So that instead of having to fight both of them, the Crow Keepers started fighting the sludge monster and basically did a bunch of damage against each other before they even did anything, and also distracted them so they could get the guy out. It was like the episode
if you think about things, if you're clever, you can think about some really cool ways of things.
Well, see, the best thing about this is the schemers table, so their whole thing is like plotting and planning and solving puzzles, and they went into the sewers, and it ended the previous episode where there were people theorizing, like doing the weekly updates, theorizing like this could be a TPK. They're going in, they're a level 3 party, there's 4 of them, they're going in against, there's so many people in here. And then they came out of it after they ended in media res, like in a cliffhanger, of course they did. And then they came out of the fight in the next episode being like, holy shit, we're fucking scary. Is amazing how many random things completely changed the course of like the one encounter where it could have gone so horribly wrong and everyone died, and instead they like not only like took out all of the people, they got a guy to interrogate, they found like a cache of magical items, and they terrified a sludge monster so much that it ran away.
Fair.
It's pretty epic. Anyway, I took True Strike just for the funsies, just to have a play with it, because the base gear that I get as a wizard includes 2 daggers, and I was like, well, I'm rarely going to use these unless it's for something like this cantrip. And having
bedtime
damage
what
spell
is it?
That's like
Okay, you can pretend, but I want you to try to get to sleep. Is Morgan in bed? Yeah, good. Let her sleep, please. She's reading the book, so it's okay to interrupt her. I'm going to let Morgan deal with that one.
That's fair. What spell save DC? Oh. $14. Yeah, I think it's 14. I've only got one spell at the moment that has a save, saving throw, and that's charm person. Every time I have to remake, because I've been playing around with the different, we're using Roll20 instead of D&D Beyond, but I was playing around with character build stuff, and then I was like, we decided which rule set we were going with and everything, and I was like, okay, I need to redo it to make sure that I've got it all consistently in the 2024 rule stat. So I haven't fucked it up anywhere. And every time I roll stats, I consistently keep rolling better than I want on strength. Because I kind of like the idea of having a squishy wizard who has a -1 strength buff, so no matter how hard they punch, it doesn't do any damage. Because I just think that's really fucking funny. And we've got like the other buff people in the party to make up for it. But every time I roll, I'm like, oh, these rolls are really good. But the lowest one I have is like a 12. So now I have a 12 on strength, which is a +1, and I'm like, I'm half tempted to just manually edit it, even though I rolled better. Just for the meme. So many dice. I should make myself like a proper dice box or something. Or bag. A bag of holding. That's the other good thing, because I'm playing a wizard character, and now I have a shit ton of D6s. D6s are also my hit dice. So, and stat dice and everything. There's definitely a lot of uses for them. Ooh, if that was a fireball, that's a very weak fireball. 15. 20. Barely. A lot of 1s and 2s.
This is cool. I'm so happy. Open shot really looks like it's going to be the solution.
That's good.
Yeah. Now I just got to figure out a good name for my sub channel. Say project. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this before I get cold feet. Let's go into YouTube. You should be snoring. Sorry? Okay, you can go to Mommy Dad's room. So I just remind me how to get all my stuff. Whoa. You get started. I'll come help in a minute. we have had a couple of weeks. Big weeks with these two. But we've had some good news. Morgan's been accepted. Funding will be coming. It's done. It's a done deal. She's accepted.
Yeah.
It's just we don't know what for yet. They just rang to tell me she's been accepted. And the pediatrician, it's been handed over to the boss of the department. He does like the final assessments and tests and all that sort of stuff. So we're hoping to have a formal diagnosis probably within the next 3 to 4 months. Just in time for school.
Yay!
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Which is great, considering that as of next week, I'm losing 2 days worth of work to be home with Morgan because she's just not coping with childcare. I don't know if you can hear that. Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. He's carrying multiple blankets, multiple doonas, multiple stuff into my bedroom, David's bedroom. I'm going to end up sleeping on about 20 centimeters of a king-size bed. You know what? If it gets him to sleep, I'll do it. And that is why I'm always tired.
Ayo.
It was like, you know what?
This might be harder than I thought.
Yeah, what's harder? We'll say, please move, Arlen. That cat, she's like a dead weight on the bed. Like, I have literally tried to shift her down with my feet, and it's like a solid brick wall with this cat. She I swear, she goes from mildly heavy to extremely like concrete weight. You know those concrete cats you can get from Bunnings every now and again that you can't pick up? That's Arwen when she doesn't want to be moved.
Yeah.
Mark, what? I have to go rescue a toddler from a cat. I shall return.
As you do. I thought I was almost finished with the epic musical stuff, and then I realized I'm only halfway through. How many goddamn songs are there? Okay, a little more than half. I've got like 10 left.
I love my children. I love my children. I love my children.
I don't know if it's Warrior of the Mind or if it's that song has a similar melody to a different song that is in my head, and I think it's the latter. And I think it's similar to one that's on my playlist. I think it's on my playlist anyway, but it's very catchy. Because the thing that's in my head is the like, oh my life I've been waiting for you to bring a fairy tale my way. And then in a fantasy with noise, and that's not okay. I don't feel safe, let it do. Do do do. But I think there's one in Epic that is similar melodic pattern. That is why that song is now stuck in my head. I was like, I'm gonna use my D6s to see what rolling stats physically is like, just for funsies. I think I figured out how to do it. I got a 16 and a 17.
Sorry, I just went into YouTube, and it's still there. Critically broken creations.
Oh yeah,
we created it and
that.
never used it. So did I.
We made that like 3 years ago now. That was a while ago.
Well, that was meant to be our
account stuff too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because it's one of the, what they call it, a brand account or something. Yeah.
Yeah, we made a whole set of things and then never used it.
I think we were planning on redoing the book reviews on it. I think from memory.
Yeah.
And we just and maybe some like movie or reaction videos or something. We just never did it.
That's right. Yeah, it was gonna. Well, we were gonna bring back like the knitting podcast thing.
Yeah.
Whatever it was. And we just didn't get around to doing it.
It's like that thing with me, you know, when I was saying I was interested in like doing beta reading using Fiverr. It means I would have to sit to a schedule and someone else would be relying on me to do my work, and I just can't be in that position anymore at the moment between work.
Oh yeah.
I still haven't finished editing my book. It's been a long month. We've had both the kids have had a lot of difficulties at childcare and at school, and it's ongoing. It never ends. So I get home and all I want to do is veg, you know. And unfortunately, I do that stupid thing where I stay up till 11, 12 o'clock at night because it's nearly 10 o'clock. Go to bed. Sorry for yelling. But yeah, this is what happens every night, including school nights. He just doesn't want to go to sleep because if he goes to sleep, that means he has to wake up the next day.
Mood.
And he's got so much anxiety around school at the moment, he doesn't even want to wake up and go, oh, it's Sunday, I have to go to school on Monday. Like, he can't enjoy his weekend. Yeah.
Yeah.
All his specials is like, oh, he's so distracted at the moment. He's so upset. Something's going on. I'm like, yeah, I know. But he can't articulate it. He can't explain what's going on in his head at the moment. Anyway. Mummy's going to end up going to sleep in one of the kids' beds tonight, I think.
Valid.
And that is why we bought them queens. One, so we didn't have to replace them every couple of years, and two, so in a pinch we could use them.
Yep.
Oh dear. Excuse me, I have to go threaten no Minecraft tomorrow if they do not get into bed right now.
Excellent bargaining chip. 13. Oof. There's not good rolls. We've got a 13. And then we've got a 11. And then we've got a 12. And then we've got a 13. And then we've got a 11, 12, 13, 14, which I think is the highest. And then another 13. 3 13s, a 14, an 11, and a 12. I mean, it's balanced stats, but there's no fun in that. Just rolling stats for the hell of it at the moment. They're not for anything. What are we gonna get? Oof. That is a 10. 2 2s, a 3, and a 5. Oh god, that's somehow even worse. 9. Now that's more like it. Let's see. 15. Not bad. Okay. 9, 10, 15. What else are we gonna get? Ooh, ooh. Don't slide. Oh no. Oh. That is a 10. Five, 8, 9, 10. Another 10. Finally, something decent with, what's that, 12, 16. 16, 10, 10. What was that one? 15? Yeah, 15. 9, 10. 10, 10, 10, 9, 15, and 16. Oh boy. Let's see what else we can get. Rolling stack combos for fun. I just got 3 10s, a 9, a 15, and a 16.
Not bad.
Let's see what this next set is like. Let's see. That's a 5, 9, 12. $11. And another 12.
How do you just create a brand account? Or don't you do that anymore?
I don't know.
You just create a channel?
Yeah, I think so. There's something in the setup.
What should I call myself?
Well,
Mama needs a coffee.
I don't know. Break time bit.
I used to be good at this. I don't know.
11.
Oh. The names of some people I watch are so random. They're like, what numbers in them and everything. So I'm assuming it's original. No, I know what I'm going to call it. I know what I'm going to call it.
12.
She's available too.
11.
Alkaline Storm is back, baby.
Ayo. Oh, 12, 11, 11, 11. And
Ghosty, I don't think you would know. My Alkaline Storm used to be my handle for when I played computer games. Like, literally in the 90s and the 2000s. Yep. She's mine. Alkaline Storm it is. And I can subscribe to it. So
got 3 11s and 3 12s.
Hang on. So because my account is verified, this is already verified? I don't have to do anything?
Maybe.
Because, like, I remember having to go through this whole verification process when I first opened my YouTube account.
Yeah, it's a bit tedious. Well.
Channel.
Could have been real. That's just 14. Which is possible. 14 is pretty solid.
Switch account? Yep, switch account. Cool.
30.
Oh, this is fun. This is actually exciting. Like, because it's like something that I can just do when I have time. Like, just chuck up an hour or 2 hours worth of gameplay. You know, put just put a basic title on the front and a basic thumbnail. You know, effectively the game. Like most people just do like the game's title page to say what it is. Oh dear. Jesus, Tamu hates me at the moment. It's I haven't been able to afford to buy anything for bloody months. And so it keeps sending me like 2 or 3 notifications every day going, we've got a discount for you, please take it. I have no money, leave me alone.
I just rolled 4 12s. And a 14 and 11. 12 seems to be 12 and 11s are the combos that's coming up the most, and I think statistically maybe that's some sort of to be expected given you're rolling 4d6s and taking the top 3.
Oh, that's what I'll do. Now that I've done that, whilst we're talking, I'm going to get in to this game and see if I can get these pillagers to despawn. Not play it, just sit there until they despawn.
8.
You said it could take a few minutes.
Yeah, see if it happens.
If not, I'm going to have to start a whole new game. This is actually a good test for the system. See what I can have running whilst we're talking. You're having far too much fun there.
I just rolled the worst stats in history, I think. I don't know. I rolled an 8, and then another 8,
Mm.
and then a 7,
Yep.
and then a 12,
Mm-hmm.
and then a 10,
Yep.
and then a 9.
They're actually not bad.
That's pretty terrible.
If you've ever played the original Baldur's Gate, that was pretty stock standard stats for your character. It was very hard to get anything above 10. Even though, yes, 10 is 0 plus. Yeah.
4 times 6. So 24. So you're rolling 24 dice, right?
Yeah. Oh, you rolled low. Don't get me wrong.
No. The amount of 1s and 2s that I just rolled is a statistical anomaly. Of the 24 that I rolled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 2s. 2, 3, 4. And then 1 3. 1, 2, 3, 4 4s. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And 4 5s and no 6s.
Okay, it's 8 to 10. I'm gotten back into the game. Something else has spawned. Nope, that's gone. Oh, it must have been an Enderman. Okay, but they are sitting in the corner of my compound, chilling. Oh, fuck. It started raining in the gaming world.
Mm-hmm.
And it came through my speakers. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? Is that water? Where's that coming from?
Those sound effects get you.
Oh, fuck hell. Anyway, okay. Let's see if we can get
if I actually use these stats, it would be like a -1, a -1, -2. And then what's that? 12, so that would be a +1. +1. And that's my highest. My highest mod would be a +1. And then a 10, so a 0. And a 9.
Those stats would actually work if you were playing. We used to play like this weird version where you quite literally were like the cowherd and the and the bar girl and you'd start off like that shit. You know, like you could barely do it. Like they would work for that kind of game. Modifiers.
I get a few extra modifiers. So I get a +2 and a +1 on wisdom in what's it called? Intelligence and constitution. And I can pick which one I want to put +1 and which one I want to put +2. And then I think there was maybe one other.
See, but there's also ways to play it.
Efficiency bonus as well.
Yeah. So you could say you've got you could put like a really shit stat in strength, right?
Oh yeah.
And then you could literally say, like, as part of the character, that they've lost an arm, and that's why their strength is so, because they've only got one arm. And then as a caster, you have to do a special modifier because you can only cast with one hand. So you'd have a whole heap of challenges and shit like that.
It would be entertaining. Like, if I was going to use these stats, which I'm not, I would turn the 12, which is the highest one, into a 14 for, it would have to be intelligence. And then the 11, was there an 11? No, there was 10. 10 and 9, 2 8s and a 7. The 7 is going on strength.
Yeah.
The 8 would be constitution. and maybe.
No, you want a better constitution because you need hit points.
No, I know, but
you want
I'm
a decent
deliberately
constitution.
going squishy.
Yeah.
I'm going 10 wisdom, which would go up to an 11 with my modifier. 12 intelligence, which would go up to 14. We'll go 9 con, 8 charisma and dex, and 7 strength. Oh, that's gonna be bad. That's gonna be bad. I got -1s on charisma, dexterity, and strength. Oof.
Which is kind of funny because tieflings would normally have high dexterity.
Yeah,
just the way their characters
really
are played. Their classic character play is a thief or a rogue, so they're normally high dexterity.
Really, I mean, it would kind of, like, if I hadn't rolled so terribly across the board, having like a -1 on like all the typical tiefling stuff and then just having really high int and whiz would be really funny. That would be pretty good, which is kind of the build that I've gone with anyway, but not that terrible. Oh gosh, when I just dropped all of them into the thing, now I've got all the 6s. I didn't separate. I just rolled out of the 24. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 6s. And then the rest are all 4s and 5s and stuff.
So an Enderman just jumped manically across my screen. The dot just went and disappeared again.
8 4s, 1 5.
Oh, there was this moment in this game. So I'm at the moment I'm creating this compound, and it's between 2 hills. So I'm literally leveling this area, right? And the reason I decided to do it was because there was the hills I've created like a barrier, so nothing on top of the hill can shoot down at me. And the reason I wanted it is because there's a river on both sides, and I know I need a lot of water for a lot of the processes I'm going to have to do. And I was able to create the compound with a section of one of the rivers inside it, so I can fish without having to go out into the danger zones, right? And I'm leveling this ground, and now this is under a 15-block hill, I think was at its highest point, or 10 to 15 block hill. I'm at ground level under this hill, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's a fucking hole of water under it. And I went, okay. So obviously, physics don't work the same in the game. I made enough of a hole. It was a pretty decent, it was like a 4x6 sort of area that was just water. And I thought, this can't be too deep. I'll just fill it in. Thinking, the rivers across each other. It's just, no. This thing, I floated down and it's pitch black. And then you just see this green glow coming up from the far distance. And I'm just like, I'm noping the fuck out of this. No way. And I just patted that out. I went, nope, that is done. That is gone. I'm not even, because I was going to dig down 1 square and do the farmland. No, I'm raising my farmland now. My farmland's all going to be 1 block higher than the ground level. I am not dealing with that hole.
People forget that Minecraft is a horror game.
It was. I'll see if I can see if I'll find, because I recorded it. If I find the clip, I'll send it to you, because it freaked the fuck. Because one of the guys, I've watched like one channel, watched about an hour of one of their videos just to get an idea of the game before I started playing it.
Yeah.
And there's this one point, these guys are obviously expert gamers. They're working together. One of them's off doing the bees, the other one's doing the plant. They're doing this. But he's digging the farmland and he's talking and he's digging his farmland. Next thing you know is a hole opens up and the guy just drops. And one of the biggest caverns I've ever seen. And his co-player is just pissing himself laughing because he's like, 10 years of this channel and you finally, this is like basic Minecraft shit. And it's like, mate, he was mindlessly just going, and this guy just boom down. And the cavern was huge, but it's this whole game, it's like the world's completely hollowed out. There's nothing left. And it was just the way it happened. And he's just sitting there going, what just happened? I just died. And it's like, what? Did you just mine yourself into a hole? And he goes, I went down one block. Oh,
Never.
So I've been
never dig straight down.
But he wasn't. He was doing a farm. He was digging in front of himself, but he was just doing it mindlessly and was just like pressing forward, and went down.
Oop. You gotta watch where your feet are at all times.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh. 2 very good rolls.
And I'm just like, yep, so be wary of the deep, dark caverns, and then now get this bloody pool of water that's like, the depths of the deepest, darkest horrors of existence. But it was the yellowy green glow that got me. Like,
you're probably in a swamp.
Well, the biome is it's just deadlands. There's no, it's like a layer on top of the Minecraft world. And so there's no actual biomes, because the whole point is you're bringing the world back to life. You're crossbreeding plants and trying to regrow them to bring back life. So there's nothing. And it's just I'm just like this greenish, yellowish glow. I'm just like, it was like that glow. Minas Morgul. Okay, it was that glow. And I'm just like, and there's no zombies. They're all husks.
Wow.
And those things freak me out. Me out.
Because they don't burn, do they? They stay around during the day.
A baby husk killed me the other day. Those things are so freaky. I hate them. I wanted to burn this. I wanted to burn my game down. I said to David, "No, that's it. I need a new world." He said, "Why?" I said, "Because a baby husk got me. I don't want to go back in there." They do eventually burn. But the sun has to be up at like full strength for them to burn. But yeah, they're still there. They're not doing much. They're just standing there. Oh no, one's trying to drown himself in the river. But yeah, currently I'm buried in a hole in the ground and blocked up around me. So no one can see me. But yeah.
Yeah.
I did that when the baby husk got me. I just buried myself in the earth and waited for daylight to arrive before I went back to my compound.
Oh man, the babies are the worst.
Oh, they're fast.
They're so fast.
They're tough.
They're so fast.
And they're small, so they're hard to hit.
Yeah, you got to like try and pillar up 2 blocks really quickly. Yeah. So they can't hit you.
Well, see, also too though, you have to bear in mind, I'm still so new at this game. I sometimes hit the attack button when I'm meant to hit the action button, and I sometimes vice versa the other way. So I'm playing this rather advanced version in easy mode, still dying, and there's things chasing me, and I'm like, I can't attack it. What am I doing wrong?
Mood.
Oh,
I just rolled
hence what I said before. I used to be good at this
combo. I just rolled a funny combo. I got a 16, 15, 11, and then 5. And then a 12.
That's usable. That's a usable combo.
That's really usable. because that would put me at 18 intelligence, 16 wisdom, and then 11 con, 12 dex, 11 charisma, and 5 strength. The 5 strength
which
would
works.
be so funny.
Yeah. Well, you wouldn't be able to carry all the shit you need for your spells. You'd have to constantly have a donkey with you or something.
To be fair, I don't think
no.
spell components
You call your
weigh
character
that much.
Rincewind. You call your character Rincewind, and you get him a chest with 100 little legs on it.
It's got a bag of holding.
No, I like my idea because you could get like a mimic, like a zombie mimic, and use it as a chest.
Ooh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, come on. Bloody D4, you bastards.
Ooh. 15.
Oh, sorry, I'm really gunky at the moment.
Ooh,
I just start talking and I start getting the gunk in my nose again.
That's right. Ooh, another 15. Respectable 13.
I'm well away from them. Definitely over like 30 blocks away.
I mean, if your if all your stuff is in the thing and you don't have anything else on you, you could just do
except for my
death
little
loop
obituary
to lure
note.
them away. Good night.
Possibly.
Okay. Good night. You could just do a death loop and try and lure them away from your gravestone, let them kill you somewhere else, and then come back to the gravestone.
Oh,
To
yeah.
get your stuff. And then hopefully you got something
just
better to kill them with.
Yeah. Well, I don't really have that much in the way of weapons because I've been concentrating on getting the compound set up. So I've got like one sword. I've got like a stone sword, and that's it, really.
Oh, well, if you manage to kill them, you might end up with a crossbow.
That would be nice.
Is that a 14? Nice. It's a fairly good roll.
Ended. See, but they're not moving at all. Oh, one is.
Another 15. Okay, wait, that's it. I just got 15. I think I got 3 15s.
Oh, yeah.
15, 13, 15, 13, 14, 15.
That's reasonable.
That's not bad. That's a
But being smart, by being smart about what you put in where you get bonuses.
Yeah. Well, 3 15s are the highest, so
yeah.
+2 to 1 +1 to 1 gives you a 17 and a 16 and a 15, plus a 14 and 2 13s, I think.
Yeah.
2 13s.
But you don't even have to do that, because you can chuck the 13s where you get a decent stat, and then you get a +2 on it, and you got another 15 then. You got another +2.
Yeah, that's true. There was, let's see, so we have a 15, and then another 15. Where are these ones? And then another 15. 315. Then what we've got a 13, which could become a 15, and then another 13, and then
which could be a 14.
Which could be a 14, and then another 6, 11, 14. Or we could turn the 14 into a 15, which would give me 15s on everything except for one thing and 13 on one thing.
Yeah.
What's a 15? A 15 is a
and that's a +2? No.
+2 or a +3?
No, it's +1.
Well, no, because 14 is +2, and I think
yeah, because +3 doesn't come out till 17, unless they've changed it.
I think 16 is a +3 still, right? 17 is definitely +3. Oh no, a 15 is a +2.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so is a 14.
Yeah.
So if we keep the
so you'd end up with
+2
on everything.
If we turn the 13 into a 14, so we've got 2 14s and 4 15s, you get +2 on literally everything.
Yeah. That is a jack of all trades.
It's a well-rounded character, but
yeah, no, but that is literally a character you could set up to be a jack of all trades, like in a funny way too, by just having them present as something, but then there'll be that character goes, oh yeah, I learned locksmithing from a friend, I learned, how to, put a paste together that helps heal your wounds from a cleric in blah 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 county,
Yeah.
Make him that bastard character that knows everyone and has seen everything and has a little bit of everything.
Every single roll, I rolled 1 6.
Yeah.
And every single roll, I rolled either a 4 or a 5. Sometimes both. That's nuts. The rolls I got when I actually did it for the character were I got a 17 and a 16, which has been turned into a 19 and a 17 with no mod. So I got a 17, a 16, a 15, 2 14s, and a 12. That was my actual rolls for this character.
I think I'm going to die of hunger before these things disappear.
We got a 13. Ooh. Oh, that's not too bad. We got a 14. When you get 2 6s and 2 2s. 12. Ooh, 15. 3 5s. And an 11. 11. 15. 12. 14. 13. Pretty even spread. No. That is an 8.
Shit. I just fucked up my count and I was about 130 in. Fuck, this is going to be a big show.
$11. Ooh, 15. 5, 4, 3. Another. What we got here? 3 15s. Oh shit. What's the name? $11. 8, 8.
Okay. She's officially begun. Ha 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 ha.
No, what?
I have cast on my Fox on the Run. Remember this one, Shara? You remember this one?
Oh, yeah.
It's the illusion knitting. But what I'm going to do, I worked out which was the longest row, which is 200 stitches. So I've cast on 200 stitches in a grey. I'm going to do a couple of stitches for a border. And then I'm going to, because the shawl's done in garter stitch up and down as opposed to going long ways. across the shawl. It goes up and down, and you make the shawl sideways. So I'm going to make it a square. I'm going to make it a rectangle shawl by adding in the grey in the space that the other parts where the shawl would normally increase. I do not have enough yarn, so that's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
But we'll see how far I get before I run out. But I'll think of something. It's a really pretty. It's quite a rough texture. It's almost pure wool, like Spotlight's pure wool feeling. So I'm wondering if I know I do have some left somewhere, but like I might be able to get like a nice dark blue or something, or a dark grey, because I've got a light grey, a blue, and a white. Yeah, maybe a light grey or a beigey colour. Finish it. Yeah. Oh, I might have to call it quits too. I might have to do a death run. I might have to do a death run in this game. See if I can recover it.
Death saving throw as a prediction. Nope, that's a fail.
Yeah.
And another fail.
Oh, we know I'll die.
And another fail. You're dead.
But it's whether or not I can get them out of the compound so that I can get back in and yeah.
Yeah. And another fail. Success.
Yeah, that's not going very well right now.
And another fail.
I'm wondering if I should just like delete this game and start a new one.
Is a 10 a success or a failure?
It depends on what you're rolling against.
Well, a death save is usually above 10 is success, below 10 is a failure, right?
There are also modifiers.
Are there?
Well, we are playing two very different games of D&D. I'm playing very old school rules.
I haven't played, so I've never had to do a death save. I don't know if there's a modifier that you add. I always thought it was just a straight roll. It's like 50-50. Anyway.
We didn't really have death rolls. The only death roll we used to have was roll against Finger of Death. And if you failed, you died. Otherwise, it was, what are your hit points? 0. You're dead, mate.
Yeah, well, if you hit 0 HP in the versions I've been watching people play, you're unconscious and you start rolling death save fails, and you have to roll 3 successes to stabilize, in which case you are still unconscious at 0 HP, but you're no longer dying. But if anyone hits you, it's an automatic crit, and you start rolling.
I just had such a Gen X reaction to that knowledge, which was
if you roll
typical
3 failures, you're dead.
No, but it used to just be if you're 0, you're dead. If you're 0, you're dead. Game over. And the only way you could come back is if a cleric casts Raise the Dead.
Well,
and that didn't always work. But sometimes you'd come back as a completely different species.
Yeah. So my understanding currently is if you hit 0 HP, you have to roll a death save. You have to do a death save roll. But you only do 1 roll per turn, so it takes 3 turns unless someone gets a crit on you, and then you automatically take death save failures if you're already unconscious and someone whacks you. If you roll a natural 1, that's 2 death save fails. If you roll a natural 20, that's 2 successes. Otherwise,
I'm sorry, but I've still got the same reaction I had before.
It just gives them a little bit more time. It gives people a bit more time to actually pump some healing into you if you go down.
Yeah, I know, but it's just it's that is such a a watering down of the gameplay.
Well, I don't know. It is still possible. So here's the thing: if you take more than double your max HP and damage, you are dead instantly.
Yeah.
No healing. No healing spells will bring you back up from that level of HP. So if you are at low
Thanks,
HP,
Ghosty.
so you've got like 2 or 3. Say your max HP is 25, and you are at like 3 hit points. If something deals you like 30 damage in 1 hit, you're dead.
Yeah. So
no death save
the saving throws, and I'm talking original game here, the saving throws. There was a saving throw versus death, but it wasn't the saving throw versus death that you're talking about right now. It was a saving throw versus someone casting the spell of death, or a cleric hitting you with, I think, Finger of Death or something like that, like a death spell.
Well, that would be like a wisdom saving throw or a constitution.
Correct, but it was specifically stated for that spell and had a specific number attached to it. So it was like, your saving throws might have been a mix of numbers, and this one had like, a -2 against it or whatever, based on your wisdom throw, things like that. But it was just funny though, because it's just, I mean, when you said, you're rolling, because you're at 0 and you get these chances, and I'm just like, no, when you're 0, you're dead.
Well, zero is unconscious unless you
that's been watered down so much
within 3 turns.
That's been what
you're at risk.
I think you used to go and
dying.
I think you were functionally unconscious from about 3 hit points down or something.
Yeah, that's very, very old rules.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
But so there's certain spells.
Hey, so had the little. If you've got had the little red box. We had the little red box when I was a kid. So yeah.
If you've got a cleric that's like level, what level is Revivify? Revivify. Okay, Revivify is a 3rd level spell, but you need a diamond worth 300 gold pieces, which the spell consumes.
Ouch.
Revivify lets you resurrect someone who's died within the last 1 minute. The spell can't revive a creature that has died of old age, nor does it restore missing body parts. The creature revives with 1 hit point. So
not something you want to do in the middle of a fight.
Well, if you've got a level 3 cleric and above, right, and you've got enough money to get 300 gold worth diamond, and you have the diamond, if someone is dead in a fight, they can get to them within 1 minute, which each round is 6 seconds. So you've got how many rounds of combat is that? Within 10, if you can get to them within 10 rounds of combat and cast Revivify on them, you can bring them back up to 1 HP. But that also has a spell DC roll, I think. Or maybe that's just house rules for Critical Role, because they thought it was a bit too easy if it's not. Yeah, okay, so it's not in the official rule for the spell. Critical Role has house rules that there's a spell DC that you still have to roll for Revivify. And on a success, the DC, after a character has been revived, the DC increases. So if they have to get revived a second time using the same spell, it's a higher DC. each time that you revive someone, basically. There's also True Resurrection, I think it's called, or something. Resurrection.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sit here till I die of hunger, because when I resurrect, I'll obviously resurrect in my bed, and that's when I'll do the run for life. If they still haven't despawned. Oh, this is fucking insane.
Resurrection spell.
I'm just sitting here watching a little dot bounce around.
Okay. Okay. So the resurrection spell that works if the character has been dead for, like, is the only option if it's been dead for more than a minute. There's also a couple of spells that can stop the clock on the minute for Revivify, I think. So
like a preservation spell or something.
Yeah, Spare the Dying stops you having to roll death saves, but you're still unconscious. There's another spell that stops the clock for 10 days, and you'd have to recast it every 10 days until you decide to resurrect someone. But I think it has to be cast within the 1 minute of them dying. I can't remember what it is. I think that one also works on stopping the clock on the resurrection, because resurrection is a 7th level spell that takes an hour to cast, and you need a diamond worth 1,000 gold pieces, which it consumes, and the creature can't have been dead more than 365 days. So, like, if it's been dead more than a year, then you can't resurrect it.
Yeah.
Spell says, with a touch, you revive a dead creature that has been dead for no more than a century. That's not right. Oh, no. Okay. Hang on. You can, with a touch, you revive a dead creature that has been dead for no more than a century. So no more than 100 years. That's actually a lot longer than I thought. Didn't die of old age and wasn't undead when it died. The creature returns to life with all its hit points. The spell also neutralizes any poisons that affected the creature at the time of death. This spell closes all mortal wounds and restores any missing body parts. Coming back from the dead is an ordeal. The target takes a -4 penalty to D20 test. Every time the target finishes the long rest, the penalty is reduced by 1 until it becomes 0. Casting this spell to revive a creature that has been dead for 365 days or longer taxes you until you finish a long rest. You can't cast spells again, and you have disadvantage on D20 tests. So it, like, costs a lot, but if you have, like, a PC that dies early in the campaign and you want to bring them back once you hit 7th level and have enough gold to buy the diamond and you can find their body again, you can do it according to the D&D rulebook.
Yeah.
I think Critical Role has house rules on resurrection as well, where it's a D20 roll to see if the character comes back or not, and they also have to do 3. They have to try and convince the characters to that they want to resurrect. They have to convince them to come back because like they've been dead or whatever, and that increases whether they succeed or fail on the convincing part of it. Increases or decreases the DC that they need to roll to see if the spell succeeds. Because Critical Role are nerds and they like making stuff more difficult.
I mean, it was only like it's the kind of spell that you would only use if it's like a campaign critical character that dies. So, like, you know, say the character story is, you know, I don't know, they're the son of the king or something, and they're doing a quest or whatever, and they die. That's sort of, and you can't really do the rest of the quest without them. You know, it can't do the rest of the campaign without them. That's sort of where it sort of got used. There used to be a really good one. I think it was a version of Resurrection, but it was random what you came back as. So it was the character, but they could have been reincarnated into a different gender, a different race, into, you know, anything, a different character class.
Repose, that's the name. Sorry.
Yeah, it was a good. That was
Trying
an
to remember the
interesting
name.
spell. It didn't
remember it.
Yeah, it didn't cost as much because there was more variables involved. You weren't bringing back the person in their original state. It was an interesting one.
Yeah. Well, so in campaign 2, they have a transmogrification spell, which I wonder if that's in original D&D because they had to like do a whole quest. No, well, it's part of
transfiguration. Yeah.
No, this was I think it might have been a custom one that they made for this thing. It was they had to actually invent the spell, like the character had to invent the spell and do like a bunch of research and rolls and stuff to try and succeed in inventing the spell. But it was a spell that they, I think, let me look it up because I have a feeling it may have been a homebrew.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a homebrew. The transmogrification spell that they created was a spell that let you change the body of a creature into a different type of creature permanently. And you could only cast it once, like after it's cast, you can't redo it for an entire, like a year. So you're stuck in that body for the next year. And it used like a bunch of expensive, like I think you needed like 50 pounds of clay, 100 gold dust and diamond dust and stuff, like a bunch of other things. Like material.
Sorry, an Enderman was just jumping past very near me and scared the shit out of me.
But it's it was a transmutation spell that they created using the incompleted research from a mage that they found stuck in a time bubble. They called it the happy fun ball, but it was basically like time was moving a lot quicker inside or a lot quicker outside than in. So when you go in, you're there for an hour and a whole day passes outside.
Oh yeah.
And he'd been doing this mage whose house it was basically, but it was watered to protect against intruders. So anyone else who goes in there is fucked.
Oh yeah.
The guy whose house it was had been doing some like experimentation to try and make himself immortal and accidentally trapped himself inside a massive ruby as like a soul container. And they
I'm doing it. I'm doing the run. I'm doing a run of life. Or death,
let's
as
go,
the case may be.
let's go. They find his research.
Oh, there's an ender there.
Because he's been researching on transmuting and changing bodies and stuff, and the transmutation wizard that they have uses that research to then build off of and make the spell that they need. It's
got to get his attention.
Very fun storytelling.
Come on, boys. This way, boys. Come on.
Forget about AFAB. I only care about a far side female at resurrection. That'd be a great backstory for
I think they're glitching.
A fun trans girl.
I think they're glitching. They're just turning around in circles.
Yeah. Can you just walk up and hit them?
I'm wondering if I can just hit them with my block of dirt in my hand.
Yeah, probably.
Why not? Get on. Oh, yep, got their attention now. You come? Yep, they're coming.
Oh, lordy, coming.
Oh, lordy, they're coming. This is my favourite tactic to get out of way from bad guys, is just bury myself in dirt.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one. That's a solid. Ooh, nice. So, I don't really have that many damage spells currently because level 1, and I was like going for a variety of stuff.
They were glitching.
In fact, I don't think I have. I don't think I have a single
once I triggered
damage.
them. Yeah, sorry, say.
I don't think I have a single damage spell in my actual level 1 spells. I've just got cantrips. But I have the Firebolt cantrip, which on a crit could do 20 damage in one hit at level 1. If you rolled a crit and then max damage. So double damage would be 20 because it's a D10. You could also just miss or roll a 1 and only do 1 damage. But like, not too bad.
I can hear him, but I can't see him.
And stuff. Oh, that's always the way with Enderman.
No. The villagers. But there's no marker on the map.
Huh.
I think they were glitching, honestly.
Maybe.
Because one of them was just doing circles like this, and the other one was just standing there with the banner. And when I got their attention, you gonna eat or not? Yeah, when I got their attention, they chased me and then they disappeared. Like, outright just disappeared. Oh, and I have to harvest my water artichokes, which poison me whether I eat them, but they're the only food I have. It's either that or rotting flesh at the start. So, yeah. Okay. Yay! My game is saved! And I destroyed one of the ladders, so they can't get up.
Nice.
I'll fix it up later. I'll do something different. I don't know what yet, but at the moment, it's just the ladder's broken. They can't get in. The only thing that can get in now is a spider. Okay. I have my game back. What was I doing? I was clearing out a compound.
I love that some like the cantrips upgrade when you get up higher levels. Makes it very useful. Firebolt upgrades once you hit level 5, 11, and 17. Level 5 you make it get 2d10 damage instead of 1, and then 3d10 and then 4d10 at the other levels. So like if you're a level 17, you can still use cantrip to do 4d10 damage. Which should be like, let's see. And 28 on a cantrip. That's not fucking bad, is it? Oh, I've frozen. Have I frozen?
No, it's all right. No, you haven't frozen. My attention's just elsewhere. I'm down a rabbit hole.
Right.
I really am, guys.
My thing was thinging for a second,
was it?
so I thought it'd gone. Yeah.
I'm just happy I got this world back because I spent a lot of time making this compound. I probably spent too much time making this compound, but I don't care.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, wait, 9. 11, 22.
But I also know all the dirt and the stone that I've taken out of the ground I'm going to use because you got to do this distilling shit and you got to turn the earth back into proper earth. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm investing in my future needs right now.
Valid.
You're just having fun rolling die, aren't you?
Oh yeah, it's the best fidget toy.
It's one of the original fidget toys, I think.
Oh yeah.
This is actually... I now know why David jumps occasionally when he's playing, because he plays with headphones on all the time, and I don't. And then every so often you just hear something in the background. What the fuck is that?
Yep.
Yay, I can go sleep. It's night time.
It really is just math, hey?
Sorry?
It's like, what? It really is math. I'm just like,
Yeah,
what's 9
it
plus
is.
8? 17.
It's funny, like,
plus 6?
all the things, all the crafts I've done over the years, all the stuff, like everyone sort of goes, oh, the amount of people that used to say, oh, I'm not good at maths, but I love knitting. And I'm like, but that is math with
That
yarn.
is math.
Like, that is math.
17
I do more
plus
math
6
with
is
knitting than I think I
23.
ever did in high school.
And a 10. Hey, Ghosty, what's your AC? Just curious.
I love this trick where you can look up your light block, to see whether or not you need another torch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's usually 10 plus your dex mod.
And whatever armor modifier you got.
And any armor modifiers, yeah.
Yeah.
Which
Minus
I have
any
0,
dex
so.
penalties.
Yeah, so my dex mod is +2, so I've got an AC of 12 because I don't have any armor. But I have mage armor, which would bring me up to a 13 plus 2, so it brings me up to a 15.
You can, depending on the rule system, you can sometimes get away with a light leather armor too, without any casting negatives.
Yeah,
or
there's
a pattern.
I have to figure out. I haven't given my character any armor in their equipment, so I'll have to like look at
Ghosty.
what the deal is.
You're slipping.
Like I know all that off the top of my head. Oh my god, fake nerd. Let me see if I can find Ghosty's AC faster than Ghosty can find it. Well, on your old character sheet, it was 16. $18. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Nope, that's not hit. 12 plus 6, that's an 18. Okay, that hit. Take 6 fire damage. A 2 does not hit. 7 plus 6 does not hit. 15 does hit. 15 plus 6, 21. I just needed like an AC to roll against. 5 fire damage. What's your HP?
Hell is what, a D8?
HP. I think it says on here. Oh, 13, maybe. Give me another target to hit. What are the stats on Sage's Rogue? 14 HP, okay.
That's just rude.
Have you got any dice on you, Ghosty? You can try and hit me if you want. Let's have a let's have a battle just for funsies. I challenge you to a duel. Of rolls turning open. Yeah, that's true. Okay. Alright. That's a miss. Okay. 11 plus 6, 17. Okay, miss. Okay, you'll go. My AC is 12, by the way. So I'm a lot easier to hit. And I will not last long. I think my HP is 14. So the same HP. What you got? What you got? What you got? Come on, Ghosty, I just threw a firebolt at you. Are you gonna do anything?
Your guess is as good as mine with that one, Ghosty.
So for me, if I do it in Roll20,
I think my monsters are finally asleep.
I think you have to roll a d20 plus your modifier, your attack modifier. Yeah.
Yep.
And then roll
against
your
their AC.
damage dice. You got to beat a 12. Oh, that's a hit.
That's not very hard with your character stats.
I'm really easy to hit. It's something we're gonna have to work on.
I love it
under
when
your
you've already
combat
hit and you
options.
forgot your attack modifier.
Yeah, under your combat options, whatever one you're saying, it'll say what the damage is, what die to roll, so, and whether there's a modifier. How are you doing 30 damage? How are you like killing like
a good allocation of skills and stats?
How are you doing 30 damage in one hit? That was not a crit.
That's a paladin. They're tanks. Don't let anyone tell you
I'm
otherwise.
Just dead. I didn't even get a hit in, and I'm like proper dead. I'm not even rolling death saves. It takes me from full HP to like needing a revivify. How the fuck do you do 30 damage in one hit? What the hell? I thought you said you rolled a 12.
No, she rolled 20.
Nat 20 plus 4 from Bless plus 4 strength plus 2 proficiency. Nat 20 on damage? Are you rolling a d20 on damage, guys? I have no idea how, like, what paladin attacks are like, obviously. My damage is a d10. Because it... 20 plus 4 from... Also, Bless is at a d4, I think. So... is it at a...
Oh, excuse
yeah,
me.
it's at a d4. Plus 4 strength plus 2 proficiency. I just clicked on my longsword attack and that's what it gave me. Fucking hell. Why do you have a longsword? That's no fair. What's the range for that? Is that like 5 foot or 10 foot melee range?
Oh, I think I might call it soon. I'm getting tired.
That's what you get for attacking a paladin. Well, next time, my firebolt range is like 120 feet, so... so... yeah, my range is 120 feet, so I can hit you like 5 times before you can get in range. Let's see, 30 feet times 4, so you need to do double movement 2 turns in a row to get within melee range.
Unless you throw it.
Melee is usually 5 feet. Longsword, maybe it might be 10 because it's the biggest sword. I don't know. It would have to be. It would be on the
6 feet, I think, from memory.
5 feet, yeah.
But you can't always do the Hail Mary throw.
Yeah, but
if you got a strong enough.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, I've seen it done. I've seen it done. The Hail Mary throw. The player was told you have to roll a d20 to even get near them, and they rolled a natural 20-20. And they threw a double-bladed, the big one, the two-handed sword, into the monster's mouth. It was
not bad.
Fun. Oh, but it was just the way it was like, yeah, sure, but you got to hit a d20 for this to work. They did it.
Natural 20.
2020,
what,
and then a 16.
What damage die does it say longsword does?
1d8 from memory. Am I right?
I don't know. I don't have one.
Yeah, because I think two-handed sword is a 1d12, and there's a 1d10 in there somewhere for another sword.
Well, then it shouldn't have been 30 damage because the no.
No, because a natural 20, don't you double the what you roll?
Yeah, but Ghosty rolled a 12. So the 20 was a separate roll. What's your javelin? What's your range attack? Also, fuck it, I'm casting mage armor on myself. So now my AC is 15. Ooh.
That's an improvement.
Yeah. 1 spell slot down. Lasts for 8 hours.
hate it when I do that.
1d8. Okay. So if you rolled a 12, it should have been rolling a d8 plus strength plus bless. Which, considering casting bless on yourself would have taken an action, technically you wouldn't have bless necessarily.
I don't know. How long does bless last for? Because if it lasts for hours, you can always just say I cast them myself every morning.
Casting Shield of Faith on
Oh, there's
myself
tricks to
getting
everything.
20 to 20, so fuck you. Well, okay. Let's see. Why does this dice roll like shit? How's a 24 to hit, Ghosty? Let's do the fire dice. You take 10 points of fire damage. What other spells have I got? Oh no, I wasn't counting the ones from earlier, so I was gonna do, you know what I can do just to fuck with you, is I can cast Disguise Self and make myself look like you. How about you
Mirror
attack
image.
yourself, bitch?
No, I'm just getting the Loki from, what is it, the Dark Elf one, where he starts pretending to be different characters.
Yeah. Oh, natural 20 for 26. That is 16 damage in one hit. 16 fire damage. So it is possible for me to actually one-hit you at the moment, because you're 14. Even with a 20 AC. Your 20 AC means nothing to my little ball of fire. At least when I crit.
Well, if you're Paladin, wouldn't you cook in your armor?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's the thing.
Even
Is
rolling a
fireballs
19. Let's roll a 19. That would be a 25 to hit with 6 damage. $15, 21 to hit with 1 damage.
Okay,
19,
well, it's
25
gone
to
past
hit.
11. I
damage.
think it might be bedtime. I have to go make myself some space.
20 to hit, that hit. 30, 20, 10 damage. Nice. Firebolt is no sneezing matter. Like, sure, it can only do 1 damage, maybe, if it hits, and it can miss. But
It's a good starter. You can knock out a lot of low-level NPCs with it in one hit. Boom.
Yeah, well, if you're level 1 and you crit, you can do 20 damage.
Yeah.
You could also do 2 damage on a crit, which that's the roll of the dice, but unless something has an insane AC like Ghosty, I can hit. If something has the same AC as me, I can hit on more than 50% of the rolls, because I can hit from a 6. Rolling a 6 and above would hit me with my attack bonus. Because I have a +6, so if I roll a 6, that's 12, that's a hit. Then it's a D10. But let's see, if something has an AC of 15, which is what I get to with Mage Armor, I need to roll a 9 or above.
Ooh. Sorry.
10. 16. 6 damage. Bless is adding a d4 to rolls and saves, right? Or is it advantage on rolls and saves?
Sorry?
Guidance is d4. Guidance is d4. Bless is Bless also d4, or is Bless is something? Let me look it up. Okay, you add a d4 to attacks and saves. Only lasts for a minute. Okay, that's good. That's his default. Ooh. Okay, so if I was rolling with Bless, that would have made the difference because I rolled an extra 4. 12, 18, plus 4, 22. That's pretty good. And then only doing 5 damage. Does it add the d4 to your damage, or just your attack bonus? I think it's just your attack bonus. No. I don't know. Attack roll. Maybe it is damage as well. Doesn't say on the actual thing, just says attack roll. Bless is also a d4 to the damage. Okay, so it would be 18 plus 6 is 24 to hit, and then three damage because I rolled a 1 and a 2. or 5 damage. So that would add 2 damage with bullet. That's more like it. 12. 7, 2, 9. 9. Have you gotten to Zadash yet? Bug. Also, did you made Sage's build, right? What Sage's AC? Just out of curiosity.
You want to know if you hit him?
Just out of curiosity. What's our
just wondering?
Hotfired Drow Rogue's AC? Do you not have it on your Roll20? Or did you make it somewhere else? On D&D Beyond or something? Well, a 5's probably not going to hit shit. 19 will, though. 25 would probably hit. I'll take a draft version, that's fine. AC is 13. Ooh, it's only one more than me. And I rolled a natural 14. So that's a dirty 20. 4 fire damage. What's his HP?
Okay. Figure out if you killed Sage or not, and then I'm going to bed.
22. 10 damage.
Wizards can do a shit ton of damage. People forget that.
I just took him to death saves in 2 hits. What? It's a good thing we've got a cleric. Look, I may be squishy, but I throw a lot of fire around and it does damage. Not to me much, because I'm fire resistant, but... Oop. Is it even a D&D game, though, if you haven't at least hit your party members once?
Yeah, but it's not meant to be intentionally.
Well, there's a getting to know you phase in these games, right?
Well, I was going to say, unless you're me and you deck your brother's character because he's not listening to you.
Look, the one time I did play D&D, I don't really count it as playing because we started and then we didn't even get through a full session before Bree was burnt out trying to DM. We got as far as accepting a quest, getting on a boat, and then everyone getting pushed off the boat from pushing each other off the boat, and that was
Fair. Now, we used to play a game called, we used to call it shoot 'em ups, and it was around about the time the D20 system came about, and it unified everything. And so it was sort of a combo of Aliens versus Predator, sort of Starshipy Troopers, sci-fi, all that sort of shit. And my character was, and cyberpunk, big cyberpunk stuff. And my character was a neuro driver, like someone who could jack in and like drive, pilot. And my brother's character was refusing to let her sit in the pilot seat because he was a marine pilot. He knew what he was doing. So I decked his character. Just sat in the seat and started flying. Because it's like,
nice.
You don't bench your best pilot because you've got an ego. Oh, he was he was laughing so hard because his character was that egotistical bastard. And I'm like, well, you know,
this is true.
Yeah.
This is what we call a meet cute.
But hey, for some people, a meet cute doesn't exist unless you've pulled a, you know, thrown a knife at them at least once and probably shot a gun at them. Oh, sorry, that's my character. Oh dear. I'm almost done. I'm almost done with my compound. That's just flattening it, and then I have to build it back up. I'll probably be finished tonight. Anyways, it's 11:30ish. I think it is time for bed.
Yeah.
And I might harvest my artichokes before I go to bed. But in the meantime, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the chat. Thanks for letting me go down the rabbit hole of Minecraft.
That's all right. I've just been rolling dice for the last 2 hours and 48 minutes.
They are fun to play with. I used to love
They're really,
my dice. I don't even know what happened to them. I think I lost mine in a move. I spent so much money on some of my die. I used to get some really pretty ones.
I'm so tempted to go buy all of the character themed dice from the Mighty Nine on the Critical Role.
Don't until you've played for a bit. Pretty. Make sure you really do enjoy it because it sounds like a lot of fun, but a lot of people don't actually enjoy it. Like they think it sounds great, but it's just not for them. I played for 10 years before I started spending money on decent die. Like we had the shitty stuff that we stole out of our Monopoly games. We had the
their dice sets aren't that expensive. They're like $30 something, and I've got Beacon, so I get a discount on that.
Yeah.
Let me just see.
$30 for a set's not bad. If it's good quality one.
Yeah. They're really
I was eyeing off some of those custom resin poured ones. Some of them look gorgeous. There's a set that has someone's put the one ring inside it, but it's in a liquid, so it turns, even though it's perfectly balanced, but it turns as the die rolls.
See, they had an Arctic Sailors dice set, but it's sold out, and I'm really sad it's sold out. They're $38.50, and they're really pretty. Oh, there's Caduceus and Caleb ones there at the moment. I want them both.
Okay, well, I'm going to head to bed. I'm going to actually have to edit a video now if I'm going to put something up on this new channel I just made.
Yeah, that's true. Like, hang on, look at this.
It's going to be light edited. Just cut screen, just the escape see. not edited out every time I hit it. Because let's face it, what looks like a half an hour gameplay for me is probably about 3 hours worth of gameplay. Life.
Look how pretty these are. Is that screen sharing?
No, not yet. Usually takes a while when you send it.
Ugh, it's not letting me screen share. Damn it.
That's all right. We can look at it next time. It's probably because if your internet's a bit dodgy, I think it's just trying to lessen the load on it.
I think I haven't given it permissions on the web browser.
Oh yeah, that's a
And
good point. I
let me
probably
while
haven't
it's
done
open.
that here either. Hang on, let me see if I've got permissions.
Okay.
I better check that.
Mm.
Considering I got pretty much a brand new computer here.
I'll put it in the streamer chat. So you can see.
Mine's working. See, this is my compound.
They're very pretty. Oh, yeah, there we go.
Look how much space I have. But yeah, see where my bed is at the moment? Yeah.
Look, it looks on par with some of the apartments I've looked at lately.
So I've just got this section here to go. That just needs to be cleaned out. Yeah. And stop screen. Oh, I've got to figure out my mouse settings. My mouse is still a bit jittery. It isn't quite at the softness that I like. Okay. Still awake there, Shah? You look like you crashed.
Yeah, I'm good. But yeah, time to wrap up.
No worries. Thanks for the chat, guys. Thanks for hanging out.
Good night.
I got a new channel. Go subscribe. Oh dear. Anyways, talk to you soon.